Today is Friday, October 15th, 2021. Welcome into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Coming up, we're talking Dirt Track World Championship for Lucas, the Short Track Super Series at Port Royal, Power Eye Midgets, ASCS National Tour, news from USAC, and a whole bunch more. Before we dive in, I'd appreciate if you'd subscribe to the show. Also, if you followed at Dirt Tracker on social media. Also, if you visited dirttracker.com. Now, let's do this. The final Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series weekend of the season is upon us, with the Dirt Track World Championship happening at Portsmouth Raceway Park in Ohio. The series championship is already decided, with Tim McCreadie getting set to be crowned for the first time in his career. But there is still plenty to race for, with $100,000 going to Saturday night's winner of the 100-lap main event. Brandon Sheppard is the defending race winner, leading 76 laps in 2020 and topping Ricky Thornton Jr. and Tim McCreadie. For T-Mac, now that the championship is decided, you know the gloves will be off as he looks to take down that big money. Last year's Dirt Track World Championship featured 63 cars, and I wouldn't expect this year to be really much different. There isn't any competition this weekend really in terms of other late model shows nearby, and the main event pays a couple grand to start, so we should see a healthy field. In the DirtTracker.com analytics database, I have 5 races at Portsmouth for Lucas going back through July of 2020, and we've had 5 different winners in that span. Jimmy Owens, Hudson O'Neill, Bishop, Jonathan Davenport, and McCreadie have all been victorious at the Ohio racetrack. JD and T-Mac were winners already earlier this season. As for average finish at Portsmouth, Ricky Thornton Jr. leads all drivers who have at least 2 starts. He's trailed by Spencer Hughes and JD. Looking at these numbers and kind of the past results, things really seem to point to a pretty wide open weekend in terms of who could win this thing. Brandon Overton is always one to keep an eye on in these big money shows as well, but he's not a super lock here this weekend. In the past 2 seasons, he has just 1 appearance at with Lucas at Portsmouth. He finished 31st in last year's Dirt Track World Championship after starting on the front row and bowing out early with mechanical issues. Don't count him and that Wells Motorsports team out though this weekend. They will certainly be a factor. Tonight at Portsmouth is prelim action for the Lucas Late Models, including hot laps, qualifying, and a round of heat races. On Saturday, racing begins at 7 with B-mains, followed by the 100-lap main event. Tickets are available at the track, and you can watch live through the weekend on MAV TV+. At Port Royal Speedway last night for the Speed Showcase 200 weekend opener, Mike Mahaney took down his first career Short Track Super Series win. He started 4th, battled briefly with early leader Ryan Godown, and picked up the $5,500 victory. Matt Williamson, Godown, Alex Yankowski, and Ryan Watt completed the top 5. It's been a strong season for Mahaney, as he's now picked up his first career wins with both the Super Dirt Car Series and Short Track Super Series, and he's right in the thick of the Short Track Super Series South Region Championship fight. His win last night guarantees him a starting spot in Saturday's 200 lapper that pays $50,000 to the winner. Tonight at Port Royal is qualifying night for both the Modifieds and Crate 602 Sportsmen, with Pro Stocks running a full program as well. Saturday's racing will feature B-mains for both top classes, along with the 200 lapper and that big money. If you can't be at Port Royal this weekend, watch all of the action live on Flow Racing. With the Power Eye Midgets last night at Port City Raceway, Buddy Kofoid picked up his 8th series victory of the season, making a late move to get by both leader Tanner Berryhill and second place running Christopher Bell. Bell was back in a Keith Coons midget last night for the first time since 2019. I believe it was Bell's first midget appearance also since his flip in the feature at the Chili Bowl. Bell has been running for Chad Boat's midget team in recent seasons. Kofoid started the feature 19th, but 55 laps was just enough time for him to get to the front. Kenan McIntosh, Ryan Timms, and Tanner Thorson all ran towards the front during the feature, but were all involved in incidents that sent them to the rear. Behind Kofoid, Bell finished 2nd, McIntosh battled back to finish 3rd, points leader Bryant Wiedemann was 4th, and Berryhill finished 5th. Looking towards tonight and the weekend, the Power Eye Midgets are headed to I-44 Riverside, and I expect a lot of the cars that were in attendance last night to keep on racing. The field at Port City was 39 strong, so expect somewhere in the 30s for the next 2 days. If you can't attend the weekend, MAV TV Plus has live coverage through Saturday night. With the World of Outlaws off and the All-Star season complete, if you're wanting some wing sprint car action this weekend, let me suggest the ASCS National Tour. They're headed to Devil's Bowl Speedway in Texas tonight and tomorrow. Besides the usual cast of characters, it sounds like a little star power has been added to the field, including names like Johnny Herrera, Sam Hafertepe Jr., Tyler Courtney, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Blake Hahn is the current ASCS points leader by 60 over JJ Hickle with just 4 race nights remaining. Hickle's status for that final weekend at I-30 is still up in the air though because of Trophy Cup in California. So Hahn is most likely on his way to this championship, especially if Hickle doesn't run at I-30. Hahn currently leads all drivers with 6 wins this season. Ryan Timms has 5, and Hickle, Matt Covington, and Scott Boguski all have 4 each. Other drivers with National Tour wins in 2021 include Gio Scelzi, Dylan Westbrook, Dominic Scelzi, Sam Haverteep, Derek Hagar, Blaine Heimbach, Cam Smith, Dale Howard, and Jason Martin. If sitting in the grandstands at Devil's Bowl isn't an option, you can watch live all weekend with both MAV TV Plus and Racing Boys. We don't yet have the full USAC schedules for next season, but we do know the dates of the opening weekends for the USAC midgets and sprint cars. Winter Dirt Games at Bubba Raceway Park will kick off on Thursday, February 10th with a practice night for the midgets, followed by full programs on Friday and Saturday, the 11th and 12th. Then following that, on Wednesday the 16th, the sprint cars get their practice night before they run Thursday through Saturday. That is February 17th through the 19th. In recent years, both series then go on break until usually March or April when things kind of start to warm up in their traditional areas. And I would guess that will be the same plan for 2022. At this current moment, both series are quiet until they close out their 2021 seasons out west starting in November. To see the press release about Winter Dirt Games, visit usacracing.com. If you're looking for other late model action this weekend, check out the MLRA late models on Flow Racing. They're closing out their 2021 season at Tri-City Raceway in Illinois. Tony Jackson Jr. enters the final 2 nights with a 160-point lead over Garrett Alberson for the title. And while Alberson is still mathematically alive, a couple of decent finishes should lock this thing up pretty easily for Jackson. Jason Papich, Mason Oberkramer, and Justin Duty complete the top 5 in the standings. Up to this point, Jackson has 4 wins, 10 top 5s, and 14 top 10s, and Alberson has 2 wins, 10 top 5s, and 11 top 10s. Friday's show pays $5,000 to win, and Saturday is a $7,000 to win feature. For those in the area, stick around on Sunday afternoon and check out the Tri-City Rodeo. Out west, the Sprint Car Challenge Tour 4-wing 360s is headed to Petaluma Speedway on Saturday with just 2 points-paying races remaining. Dominic Scelzi is the most recent winner with the series back last weekend at Keller Auto Speedway, and he now has 2 wins on the season with the series. Other drivers to hit Sprint Car Challenge Tour victory lane in 2021 include Tanner Carrick, Shane Golobic, Justin Sanders, Andy Forsberg, Justin Cox, Caleb Montgomery, DJ Netto, and Colby Copeland. In the battle for the championship, Ryan Robinson leads Copeland by 43 points with Justin Cox 56 back in 3rd and Tanner Carrick 87 back in 4th. Following this weekend, the series will head to Stockton on November 6th for the final points race, and then Merced on November 24th for a special event. For more on the series, visit sprintcarchallengetour.com. There are 18 shows on the streaming schedule for today with more to come through the weekend. It's definitely quieter, though, than it's been in a long time. The big ones today include the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Portsmouth on MAV TV Plus, Short Track Super Series on Flow Racing, ASCS Sprint Cars at Devil's Bowl, like I said, on both MAV TV Plus and Racing Boys. And this final MLRA weekend at Tri-City is on Flow Racing. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit dirttracker.com/watch tonight. Drop me a comment below. Let me know where you're headed out to this weekend, what you're excited to watch, maybe who your win picks are for things like the Dirt Track World Championship or that Speed Showcase 200 weekend at Port Royal. Appreciate everybody that always follows along, and make sure to let me know. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Friday and a good weekend. Like I said, if you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We'll be back on Monday for more Dirt Tracker Daily.